Okay, check this out, y'all. I swear these elders are following me. Asked me that I want to ride back to Terry house. I declined because they're both at Terry house. The agent said, I'm not going to believe how desperate Sonia Davis is for hormones. And then watch this. Yeah, they did follow me here. It's crazy too. Watch this. Let me see. Consultation. I thought that was y'all. Y'all ain't tell me y'all was coming. I would have just rolled with y'all.
No, we still ended up going back to the store. That's all.
Yeah.
So we just out here killing a little time before we have to go back.
How long y'all been here?
Huh?
How long y'all been here?
I left. I came in 13 days ago. Left for the 24. I mean, yeah, for the 24 hours, and I just came back today.
Okay.
And I was just gonna say, don't let that woman or whatever intimidate or make you feel any type of way, because when I had left, I had gone to a dentist appointment and I came back, and like Helen and I are roommates.
Okay.
But when I came back, she was had come. They had put her in the room with me, and she was sitting upstairs. Folks were having a whole conversation, and everybody thought she was a man.
Yeah.
And so I went downstairs and I just said, why is there all this men stuff in my room? Stinky tennis shoes and
Yes.
all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
And I was just like, what? You know, and she was, she got all offended and all up in the air and stuff and everything, and called me out my name.
Did she really?
Oh yeah, and then Charles, the real tall, slim guy,
Yeah.
and stuff or whatever, he jumped in it because that's my buddy. He jumped in it and was mad. You know, he was like, you didn't have to call her a bitch and stuff or whatever. You don't even know her. And I was like, you should have been complimented. If you wanted to look so much like a man, you should have been complimented that I thought
That you recognized her as one.
and stuff. So did she act weird or something with you? Or?
No, when I came in, she asked me my name and she told me hers. I had my glasses off. I had just got out the shower.
Sure.
And I put them on and I said, are you a man? And she said, well, I'm transitioning. Okay. I'm transgender. And I said, oh, okay. I said, well, she said, if it's going to be a problem, I said, yeah, it's going to be a problem. I said, I'm not comfortable with it. I said, but it's not a big deal. Like, you ain't got to make a big stink about it either. So she was like, well, I'll go talk to Pacey. What's her name? Pacey? Casey. And I was like, okay, well, when you get her, I was like, just let me know, because I like to be included. You know, like, I know how those things operate.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like I told Casey, I was like, you know, she was like, we can't do anything. She was like, no, none of the other females are going to, you know, switch or swap with you. She was like, it's just all we got right now. And I was like, well, that's fine and all. But I told her, I said, you know, this whole thing, how y'all are running this is wrong. I said, because you can't violate spirituality like that.
Exactly.
I said, you can't push LGBTQ on me. I said, I'm not pro it. I don't agree with it. None of that. I was like, but I'm not going to make a big, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to be here right now.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? But I was like, as long as she was like, just don't entertain her. She makes I was like.
And Casey, she's a young lady and stuff or whatever. And,
she's not fit.
You know, yeah, something, like I said, Casey, it just so happens that she was on duty when that popped off with me. And since then, she's tried to be cordial and stuff or whatever, and stuff or whatever. But like this morning, I wasn't there because I had gone to Kent. My daughter was sick, so I was in Kent. And, Helen had asked for a cup of coffee, and then she made a big deal out of it because, Ari, you'll meet her tomorrow. So maybe she might be in tomorrow. But she made a big deal out of it because Helen had actually claimed the last cup of coffee, and then she starts making stuff about race and Like people.
Did she really?
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, because she told me to kiss her white ass.
Wow.
So I just.
I didn't. I know she has that tone. She didn't have to show it to me for me to know that, but she didn't have that tone with me. And I'd be the right one to have it with.
Probably scared to. After what had transpired with me.
Yeah, because she already had.
Yeah, because everybody.
But kiss my wife.
Everybody was on my side, and then like I said, Charles. I mean, I'm not homophobic. I have the same mentality that you do and stuff. But I feel like at the end of the day, people, live and let live. But if it makes you uncomfortable, then you have a right to say you're not comfortable with it. It's just that simple.
Right.
You don't owe anybody an explanation, but that's how she just has an attitude.
That's exactly how I feel about it.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly how I feel about it.
Yeah. So, just don't.
I'm not going to entertain it, but I can give her a whole lesson on eugenics and everything. Like I know that situation way too well.
Well, and like I said, and it's out, okay, Charles and I, people would thought we knew each other just out in the community because we just clicked real fast. And he ain't no shame in his game. And like I said, we talk about stuff. Shoot, I sent him a picture the other night of somebody I thought dude that I thought he would have thought he was cute. That's, like I said, she just has such a complex. She's
about
not happy with herself.
Yeah.
And because of that, she tries to project it onto other people and make it seem like she's being ostracized and people are messing with her. Ain't nobody thinking about you.
When we had that conversation, she honestly didn't even respond. She broke down and started crying and left the room. And I was like, I didn't expect that at all.
Oh no, well, like I said, the part.
Like if that's the part you playing, you gotta.
And honest to God, I really did not know. I mean, we were sitting at the table. The way she was sitting, I could not. Her arm was covering her chest, and so she sounded like a whole man. And then I went downstairs to the room, and it's like all this male paraphernalia. It smelled like a man, like she hadn't showered or anything. And I went upstairs, and I was like, I was just talking because Charles was up there, a few other people, and I'm like, why is all this men stuff in my room? I honestly thought that somebody had been directed to a room and that they had put their stuff in the wrong room.
Right.
It was an innocent mistake.
Yeah.
And she took it
all the way the wrong way.
Oh, completely.
Well, I appreciate you letting me in on that. But I'm not gonna pay it no mind, long as she don't, make a big stink out of it. Like I said, it's not an oh hell no situation with me. No. It's just like I'm not gonna be doing that.
But they need to address this type of situation. They need to address that if somebody is not comfortable, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If somebody is not comfortable for whatever reason, you don't have to explain why you're not comfortable, but that's not, they should have, while they have all these different properties, have a place for transgender
there you go.
people.
There you go.
That there's not a problem for the rest of us.
She claimed that there's some beds coming up tomorrow.
Well, there's only, Charles's
leaving
roommate is leaving tomorrow, but his referral is in, so he may very well be coming right back like I was able to do.
Right.
So, I just figured, I'm not trying to start anything or be messy, but I just felt like you needed to know the background story.
I appreciate it. I figured something had happened.
Yeah.
Casey, she kind of said that too. She said, we kind of had this problem in the past, and she was like, it's a dead end road in so many words. Pretty much as far as the facility goes, they're not going to make any changes about it.
Yeah, it seems like in my particular instance, at the time, I was the only other female.
Okay.
So until Helen came, I was in the room by myself.
Right.
And then Helen and I, we clicked and we respect each other and stuff. You see, we hanging out. And everything. We, but like I said, I wouldn't have even have had a problem with her and stuff. It was just the way that she responded, she just got extra mad because I was
Well, you know that'll make or break any situation. How we respond.
Yeah.
And you say she kind of flew off the handle with you. So.
Oh yeah, she did completely. She couldn't finish that. Ready to get back to it.
Well, I hate that happened.
Yeah,
I do.
It is hot,
but it worked out for you.
Yeah.
You know, you ain't got to put up with it. And I'm to myself, you know, so.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, I just didn't want you to, you know, get blindsided if all of a sudden she decides she wants to act, you know, some type of way.
Right.
Stuff or whatever.
Right.
Everybody there, everybody is basically very nice, and the staff is nice. The only person you need to be concerned about, like if you have your phone out tonight, it's a lady named Debbie.
Mm-hmm.
She is older white lady with scraggly long, kind of longish gray hair. And she
Why does that sound familiar? She's been there a while?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for like 8 years or something.
Okay.
So if she pops her head in, just, you know, just be aware that she will come, and if the light is on or you're on your phone or something, she'll say something. Oh, here, yeah. And
Okay.
ain't nobody else, ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. You going back
well,
now?
I appreciate it. No, I'm going to do the 1.5 mile trail.
Oh, you're gonna do
Yeah.
that? Okay.
And then I'm going to walk back. I'm trying to get a little bit of exercise in. I got me some snacks, though, because I ain't coming back out for a couple days.
No. Yeah, just
so, yeah.
Well, I'm going to take you up on the walk you're going to do.
Okay.
That's how I like to relax and stuff myself.
Okay. All right. Take care, ladies.
All right. Just be safe.
I will.
Okay. Bye-bye.
You see that shit? I feel some type of way. I don't like when people, and these demons know I don't like when people press up on me. And they don't follow me. So check this out. Went back to the store. Then she strike a black and mild, the innuendo. Okay, they know I grabbed one. Let me tell you, hold on. We're gonna start from the beginning, all right? They come into the circle, the speedway. They come into the speedway and they're like, hey, you're at the, my name is such and such. We're at the house with you, and this is such and such. And I was like, oh yeah. It caught me off guard. I was like, my name is Tequila. And I was like, it's nice to meet you, ladies. And she was like, yeah. She was like, you walked up here? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, well, do you want to ride back? And I was like, no, I'm fine. I'm gonna go to the state park. And you know, the agent said Sonya's losing her mind. Sonya's an agent. She has a lot of those type of identities. The talkative elders that really don't, you know, they always talk a good game, but they don't live the same way. And they often have conflicting paths. So, you know, they was going on and on and on. The agents I'm talking about, not them. They said she mad as fuck as it is. And look, when they were in there, I put all my stuff on the counter. I had 2 waters, 2 honey buns, and a big bag of chips, okay? And this pop that I got in my hand, this Pepsi. And right now she's talking about she mad as it is, and she's listening to everything she's saying. So check this out. paper. Hold on. So I was like, no, but thank you. And they were like, okay, we'll see you when we get back or whatever. So then I leave. Because they came in, you know, I knew what they were trying to do. They were there to witness. They covered out on who is having a black and mild, okay? So they were trying to claim that my activity was theirs in terms of the black and mild. So I left, and they stayed there a long time. Before I went there, I went to the Dollar General, and they're remodeling. They closed on Sunday for remodeling. Today's Tuesday. They said they should be back open by Friday. There's voices over there. So what happens is, oh wow, that's the road. Guess I'm just gonna take this little circle a couple times. So I walked out about a quarter mile. Like I said, they waited there. And when they see me turn around and come back, they went to the Dollar General. And then they found it was closed, and they were passing as I approached the speedway, and I waved at them. And then I seen them coming out. When I came out from getting this wine black and mild, I seen them leaving the drive-thru. I went into the Subway. They went back up to Speedway. They said they were going to ask. This is what the agents are telling me. They're going to ask her what I came back for. They don't know me from nowhere. So whether they went back and asked her, I don't know. Because I left. And like I said, I went to Subway. I got some paper towels because I was sweating really, really, really bad. And they said, who tells people that she don't know people from nowhere? They said she's not relinquishing these hormones to nobody. And they said that I'm not talking to anyone about what's going on. So, they went back, I think. So look, I walk down this little thing to the state park or whatever, and I see 1.5 mile trail, but this didn't turn into a 1.5 trail. I don't know how many times you gotta go around this for it to be that, but she said she was serious about getting hormones and that she was going to stalk me, is what the agent told me. And so after I told them to say part, this is right after a white guy passes me and says, "That's nice, isn't it?" And there's nothing on the board. And I'm like, I thought it had something on it, but it doesn't. And he just was like adamant about saying, "It's nice, ain't it?" You know, and I just kind of walked off. And I found a bench right up to the side of the park, getting live. So I go and I'm drying off because I'm drenched in sweat. And they said they were trying to keep the black and mild from going into the same people that are looking at the situation the wrong way. They wanted to claim it was them, so they would look at me the wrong way. And I guess they're talking about staff. So anyhow, they that's where that, I'm like, I know that's not them. And she peeked at me a couple times, you know, real odd like. And the bench was damp. It was soaked, like soil. So I didn't sit. And that's where the video picked up. I'm like, let me go see if, and I was like, I thought that, I couldn't believe that it was them. And I guess maybe the trail goes, there's no way, because that ain't got no maintenance. Ain't had no maintenance. So they said who was putting this in. They said they're gonna know that they was putting people in the same head spaces from acting like they were having a meaningful conversation with me. You've heard about this before. And she represents a tier. They represent a tier. The other female, as you can see, is few in words. And she was the one that struck up the black and mild. The regular one. So yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. And I like I said, I'm to myself, I don't plan on having no conversation with nobody. I'm not there to get to know anyone. I came here to get away from my toxic environment, okay? These agents know I don't like people. They know all kinds of things. They know I'm ready for the end of them. And that's the type of stuff they do. It's crazy because as soon as I left Syria, I said, look at Upland showing up. Like, brand new identities. And they said that was how she was planning on keeping maintaining while I was away from my apartment. They said that's how they, so I told you before, they're all linked, you know. I'm not having that. And I can't finish this mouth, but I don't know where I can hide it. I'm gonna leave it here. They said they don't have nothing to sabotage me with, and that others were gonna see exactly what happened. Okay, so this mouth is lighter. I'm gonna leave. Matter of fact, and literally right after that, they put a chemical smell on my lip, and they're suggesting that I'm the meth addict that stays in the apartment beneath me. I want to put it on that thing, but I am not walking through that. So I'll go back this way. And then they act like they were taking off. Okay, so it's over there on that thing. And if it ain't there when I get back, I could care less. They're tying me down so they could try and sabotage me by claiming that I have a behavior or an activity that I don't. Look, all those things are leaving now. For vehicles. They said they're uninterested in what they seen happen. That's the archery range. Let me go over here. And they're shaping my thighs again. When there's no valid reason to, like. So this is where they just work. And from here, they could see me and my activity. This isn't in as bad a shape, so I guess I can sit here for a second. But they put the foulest smell on my lip. She said she's always telling people who's acting like they're able to be in the same headspace as her. And it means that they want to be able to throw fits and kind of carry on in a way that with an attitude that they naturally don't have, because these are things that can't defend themselves and they can't stand alone. You wouldn't believe the type of activity. Oh my goodness, 30-something minutes. That's way too long. But I'll leave you with this. These are things that don't like me. According to them, I'm too perfect. And they're always trying to find some sort of covert lie to keep up about me. Okay, so a vehicle just pulled up behind me. Oh my goodness, my glasses, they won't allow them to stop fogging. They said she's not able to look at how these things are now functioning because they know she's at the same headspace that she's always been at. I told you too, sabotage is often associated with their thought to not take the fat off of me. They all openly proclaim how they are not able to see me as small as I was. So yeah, I guess, what time is it? It's 8:06. I'm gonna head back. Okay. And you see this vehicle is just sitting here waiting. Okay, they said they were trying to establish this area or this place as a area that it's not. This is what gang stalking looks like. They're all trying to support a suggestion or a claim that could be that someone's doing something for me, that I'm not on foot, that I was giving a ride. Easily walking. I'm not getting in the car with nobody. Now, for days leading up to this, there was, well, you know, I've only known for like a day or two. So that would be yesterday and today. And I didn't get any sleep. They wouldn't allow me to sleep last night behind it. Behind the lies they were trying to place others under. Okay? They were talking about all that was writing on me coming back to somewhere that I hadn't been in so long. When I took a shower, they had the get out reaction in a way. And what I didn't get to capture was how Pacey, her name is Pacey with a P, wasn't able to have, they were talking about how she wasn't able to look at them the same way after having a dialogue with me, and that she was uncomfortable about how I see her. So she came and she came in the room. This is like right after I sat down. Okay, I just knocked on the female bathroom door. And I just knocked on the female bathroom door. And someone was in there. So I went to my room that's next door to that and had a seat waiting on it for it to become open. And she came down and she said, "Hey, oh, you're still here." And I was like, "Yeah, I've been waiting on the restroom. I'm gonna pee before I go." She said, "I thought you were already gone." And I was like, "No, I'm waiting to use the bathroom." And I told her, literally, I don't know how I missed her because I just came out of the hallway. And she was like, "Oh, okay." And then she took off and she came right back. And she was like, "Well, she was like, let me show you something. There's a bathroom upstairs." So I thought that's what she was going to try to show me. That's the guy that was acting like he was doing something behind me. So she came right back. She said, and this door that never used to be open, it was always off limits, is not open. That place is such a mess now. It's so different than 2 years ago. 2 years ago or whatever. So different. that I wanted to, I was going to make a Terry House video, like before I made the Terry House video. No, thank you. I appreciate it. I was going to, she said, we're trying to let you know that you're aggravating us and we're aggravating everybody. So, and let me tell you something, them aggravating others, like those around me, always kind of, they're trying to steer them into mistreatment or shunning. Okay, so they'll act like they find you suspicious with no reason. They'll act like you done something to them without reason. As soon as they tell them that I know who they are not, they grow extremely uncomfortable and they start looking for things. They start looking for things. And sometimes that manifests as something as simple as she acts like she's better than everyone else. Yeah, I was going to do a Terry House video because there was a lot I wanted to note about it, and now I can't access all those thoughts because I'm seeing all the movement that's taking place around me, and it's distracting. It's distracting, and they're attacking my mind, of course, so that doesn't help. I need to find my bottle of water. They said that she said that one of them just said, okay, I put her ass in the darkest places, and don't none of them want her to be, they got a real problem with rejection. So when they see that I won't mingle, entertain, or keep up conversation, they tend to act some type of way behind that. Rejection. Now let me tell you something about this rejection thing. They're acting like I'm in touch with those that I'm not. So they're trying to pose as my relatives. These hormones that you keep hearing me mention that they're referring to is regarding my deceased relatives that they killed. Okay? So that's those in my bloodline that they murdered. Okay? And then they want to show up and act like they're able to have these expressions, kind and endearing, that they aren't. And once again, they know, I know who they are, and they'll ride out a lie as long as they can, and then they attack me when they get caught. Ouch, ouch, ouch. My foot. This doesn't open up until a little ways up. That's what it's like walking on the street. They say she ain't gave us no hormones, and they about to find out. She be telling people that we are offending and mocking her in ways that no one has business doing. 46 minutes. Okay, I'm going to stop this and I'll do an organized video some other time.